Alright everyone, it's Cloudy here. I would like to give another couple minutes of attention to the power of fear. I know we've already talked about this before, but first of all, what is fear? Fear is extreme reluctance towards something, extreme hate, and paying extreme attention to what may happen next. And when we fear something, it can get to the point when we faint with fear. It can get to the point when we actually die with a fright. Yeah. Now, I'm talking about fear because if you remember, we have been talking about beating love all this time. And love is fear. Love is an extreme fear. Not only for the lovers, but for those that are around. Now, I'd like to tell you a little story for you to understand. I read this article the other day and I just thought, interesting. Just thought I'd talk about this. Thought maybe people would like it, especially high schoolers. There was this girl, Ali. She was very weak in herself. And she had a crush on this lad. And they were very much well respected in school in general because they were good at learning and they were always very careful with everyone, and it was rare to see them in any sort of battle. So there was one day when the two of them sat in the hallway talking, and they weren't doing really anything bad. Like, they were only just talking, and yeah, they did have like quick hugs, which is normal, which is like normal friend type hugs. They weren't even doing anything over the wall. But they were well hated as well as respected. And the reason they were well hated was the fact that they never got into trouble, but the others did. So, do you think everyone could take that? So somebody went to the head of the school and got them into trouble, making a half of it up, saying that they were cuddling like very closely and kicking away everyone else and things like that. And obviously they were badly told off for this. Her lad, he did have a few words to say, but he left it at that. But Ali, she never left it at that. She wanted to become the fear to her class, so they can't do it to her again. So after school that day, she prepared a little survival kit, more like a battle kit, with little everyday life things that she could use to fight. There was things like cleaning products to put in their eyes, things like spatulas for building and stuff like that. Many more things. I can't exactly remember. Another was a large key. There was a large key as well, yeah. There was a large key. She got that as well. There was a large key. And I think there was a needle as well. Definitely there was a key. Definitely a large key. She got that. And completely prepared for battle, she went to school the following day. Everyone were looking at her and were like, what is wrong with the girl? But the girl constantly looked busy because she was thinking and she was planning and she was spying. So she gathered her life survival kit and went to the classroom. Lucky she was the first to arrive, so that gave her at least a minute to check that she got everything, and yes, she had got everything, very happy. People started to gather one by one, and when more or less everyone had come, she felt that's it, it was the time. So she got up on her feet and began her attack. One by one, people started screaming. They tried running out the classroom, but the girl had been very clever. And not only she had bolted the classroom, but put some blades all over the classroom door and the lock, so that way they could not physically get out, because otherwise they would cut themselves really bad. And she began the attack, and it was really bad. They were all trying, obviously, to stand up for themselves, and it would have been easier for the whole class to tackle one girl, but that girl was prepared very well. And if in any case things went bad, she'd throw a piece of furniture at them. How about that? So eventually she got them really weak, and it came to the point where they could no longer fight back. They were all covered in blood, and really they couldn't get up and walk properly, never mind fighting back. So they all gathered on the floor, and Ali just got up and walked out the classroom as if she hadn't seen anything. And her class was terrified to even go talk to a teacher. And from then on, Ali became the fear to her class. And no one ever dared to be in one classroom with her, to be anywhere around her. Her lad didn't find out anything though, and she was glad he didn't find out anything. But she became a fear to so many people. And all because of what? Because of love. Because of her trying to stick up for herself and her lover. Now, we call that fist and brain dilemma. When you want to use violence instead of coming up with a solution to solve a particular problem when it comes to standing up for lovers and things like that. And in a way, she used both, because she was thinking of a survival kit, and she was thinking that they would run out the classroom, and she was prepared for that, and she was prepared for everything, and she battled and she got them. But the point I'm trying to get at is, when we're in love, we don't know what we're doing. Now, do we want to ever get to the uncontrollable stage to which Ali got, and violence became her final solution to everything? We don't. This is why we must beat love. I'm saying this again and again and again. Love has to go. I'm hoping that you will finally agree with me if you already don't. If you do, I'm happy that you do. Share the talks, share the lectures, give lectures of your own. Best of luck, everyone. And may I see you all in the next lecture.